78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Y'all smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell so be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share this joint. So, as we all know by now, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Has filed a lawsuit against his old partners in Showtime. Okay, he names um, Al Heyman, but he claims Al Heyman ripped him off for upwards of $340 million with the help and was enabled by Showtime, all right, the network. And he claims that a lot of the money that he was supposed to be making for the fights went directly to Heyman, and then Heyman would give him pieces of the money. And Floyd bragged around for a long time like he was this super duper rich dude, and he was rich. Floyd made a lot of money in boxing, but Floyd claims he generated over $1 billion, and they owe him over 300 million. No, that's possible. That's definitely possible because when you make that kind of money, somebody always taking a little something off the top for themselves. But if you show them that you're happy with $100 million check, and who knows if you're supposed to make 125 million, you happy you got 100 million. You run around bragging to everybody, showing your check on the internet instead of doing your due diligence and counting your money, right? Um, you famously said when 50 Cent used to harass you and talk about how you couldn't read, you famously said, "I know how to count. That's all that matters. I know how to count." Well, evidently you don't know how to count, champ. Evidently, because you trusted your business, you trusted your money with somebody else. Floyd is the worker, and he trusted his homeboy to take care of the business. And now he's claiming that Al Heyman did him dirty. Possible, I don't know, but I heard stories about PBC for a long time about how their shady business dealers, how they was putting fighters on payment plans, they owe fighters money. Gervonta Davis being one of them, constantly lying to these guys, talking about, "Oh, we got a 7 fight deal for you," to keep him from signing with Eddie Hearn or somebody else. And then the whole time you ain't even got no 7 fight deal. PBC and Steven Espinosa uh, got Tank away from Floyd. Well, I don't really want to use names. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say, let me rephrase that. All right, scratch that from the record. Certain people who work for Showtime and you know, people who happen to look like Al Heyman, they, well, when Tank Davis started getting hip to the fact that he was not getting paid what guys like Devin Haney was making, because you can't tell it. The fanboys on the internet, they believe all this nonsense from Leonard Elby. I know the numbers, but in reality, Devin Haney been making more than Tank for a long time. But they tell you something different. When Tank found this out and he started noticing what was going on, he said, "Well, man, if I'm doing all these numbers, I'm selling pay-per-views. Why this dude getting the guarantee and I've got to wait for the back end money and blah 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 blah." So they lied to him and told him, well, technically they didn't really lie. They said, "Well, because you giving a big cut to Floyd Mayweather as your promoter." You know what I'm saying? So when Tank Davis left Floyd Mayweather, he still was with the PBC and some certain people from Showtime, and they conned Tank, and they still con them to this day. You know what I'm saying? Tank ain't making. He made what they say. Tank got a high payday of $30 million versus Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia got his money because he got Oscar counting his money. Tank didn't get his money. Tank didn't get his money. See what I'm saying? And this is why they didn't want EJ to fight Bud, because they didn't want Bud to come in and see what the shenanigans was. They got to open up them books and Bud see what's really going on here. There's a lot of lies being told. Lies about pay-per-view sales, lies about a lot of different things being told to sell you in the dream, sell you an illusion. But anyway, the main thing here is, hey, but before you go upstairs, can you fill them up for me and put them back? So the main thing here is this. Floyd Mayweather, I told y'all years ago, and everybody said I was hating on Floyd. "Oh, man, you hating on the brother," and blah, 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 blah. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. Now, once again, I've been proven correct. I tried to tell y'all this. You know what I'm saying? I know people who were signed to Mayweather Promotions directly, and I get a lot of my insider information from those people and people who have been around Floyd. And they told me years ago about You know what I'm saying? The shenanigans Floyd was on, and the lifestyle he was living was going to lead to him being having money issues. Now, what happened to all these reports a couple months ago? They was claiming that Floyd Mayweather had some $400 million business venture buying some buildings in New York, and then reports came out that that was all cap because the ownership, the name on the building paperwork still hasn't changed over to Floyd Mayweather's name. So most likely Floyd got scammed out of some money he probably invested. Probably gave somebody a couple hundred million. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with some slick back here and moose in their hair because Floyd think he's smart, and they probably played him. And now he's sitting back here. He like, man, now he's scratching and scratching and surviving. I'm sure he still got some money, but not the money he's supposed to have. So now he's suing Showtime and Al Haymon. But this stuff been going on for years. Floyd ain't been. That's why Floyd went over to the zone to make them fights. And y'all, I tried to tell y'all then, Floyd is not messing with them no more. Right? That's why Tank was trying to leave the PBC and go over and mess with Eddie Hearn. And they Tank kind of, he ain't too bright, so they conned him to stay. We got a 7-fight deal for you, Tank. We working on it right now. All these fake reports, Tank fans running around the internet. Yeah, Tank got a 7-fight deal. What happened to it? It never existed. It's a con game, and they conning y'all right now. So anyway, Floyd probably gonna have to come back to boxing and do what he know how to do. That's why he had to retire. I kept saying, look, man, why do Floyd keep coming back fighting? He 50-0, he retired, he beat the system. You rich, right? You filthy rich. Why keep coming back fighting for a couple $1 million for what? Even if it is an exhibition. And then Floyd famously says, well, nobody tell Bill Gates to stop making money. Well, Bill Gates not getting punched upside the head, right? He not getting punched. Bill Gates sit at home, and by the time he get up and take his morning yawn, he'd already made $100 million. His money is working for him. So don't even think about comparing yourself to Bill Gates. That's just ridiculous. Floyd Mayweather he still thinks like a broke dude. He does. Whenever he around some ninjas, he feel like he got to pull out wads of money and flex. But bro, that don't impress people with money no more. That you impress ninjas who ain't got no money. People who got money are not impressed by you pulling out $100,000 and making what do you call it a money phone thing. That's what you do when you first get money. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd didn't have money for a long time, but he still act like one of them ninjas. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate, but like I said, I told y'all this. I've been telling y'all this for over, I don't know, over 15 years. I've been telling y'all that Floyd Mayweather was going to end up in this position because of his spending habits. You can't retire from boxing. You can't. It's not healthy for anybody, unless you are a Warren Buffett or a Bill Gates. It's not healthy for anybody to be spending like $11 million a month. Floyd was on one of them shows like Lifestyles of Rich and Famous or something, and he claimed he was spending $10 or $11 million a month. You're like, bro, you have to. That's ridiculous. What do you? If you're spending that much, what are you gaining? Like this, you're gonna have to keep making that kind of money to spend that kind of money. So whatever it is, Floyd is in a bad situation. So I'll be accepting all apologies in the chat. Y'all can come and say, hey man, my bad for calling you a hater. My bad for calling you a sellout. My bad for calling you a coon. All that old stuff y'all was doing when I was trying to put y'all up on game. Y'all just be fans of these people, but you don't know nobody who actually knows them. I know people who know Floyd personally. I know people who were signed to Mayweather Promotions. I know females that dealt with Floyd personally. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you, when I tell y'all these things, I'm giving you some insider information, but y'all don't want to accept it because it ain't the type of information that you want to hear. All right. So unfortunately, Floyd is in this bad pickle. You know what I'm saying? But he did this to himself. You know what I'm saying? He should have been taking care of his business and educating himself. I surround myself with very smart people. I make smart investments. Okay, how do you know they're smart? If you just made a $400 million deal like 6 months ago, according to you, you got the supplement line, and all that. Now you need money. Now you're talking about coming back to boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. You so desperate for money. That's why you got held over in Dubai, or in the Middle East, wherever you was at. They held you over there. They wouldn't let you go until them people got they guacamole. So anyway, man, that's my 2 cents on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure y'all go check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/78 Sports TV. That's patreon.com/78 Sports TV. Come on over there, get some of that good game. Select you a tier. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check out the Tales of a Hustler tier. That probably be your best value. If you're a member of the LDBC, I would definitely appreciate you signing up to the LDBC tier. 78 Sports TV. I'm up out of here though. Deuces.